Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to continue talking about the Procreate for Android, which seems to have led to some confusion by many of my readers, and it comes from the very popular post that I did a month ago, and I'll show you here. Go here. So I'm connected to my Samsung S6 Lite, and I have a Bluetooth mouse here, as you can see here. So let's go to the post that I put up a while ago, and you can see quite a few people interested. There was a lot of views and a lot of comments to the right here. So basically I replied to a lot of the comments that was placed here, and there is the confusion that Procreate does exist for Android, and that was exaggerated by the fact that there were apps that came and was available on the Google Android platform under the name Procreate, but that was all done using just the name. It wasn't done by the original Procreate creators. So I'll talk more about some of these comments here, and I would like to give my 2 cents on drawing on the digital medium. I've been doing this for now 3 years, and I can give you some tips. I've done a lot of traditional drawing as well, so I think you'll find this video helpful. So let's go back and tell you more about the Procreate for Android. So if I were to go to Google search and type in Procreate Android, you will see that there are nothing from the company, which I'll show you in a bit, that provides the Procreate for the Android. So remember, Android and Apple are two different platforms. Apple, primarily, their store is focused on supplying to their iPad, iPhone users, and not the Android. The Android is a separate entity. It is under Google. Google has the licensing to the Android devices, Android phones, tablets that you see all around you. And so they have a different platform where they need developers to push apps through that platform. Similarly, Apple has their own platform, and developers push apps so it supports the Apple range of phones and tablets. And Procreate happens to be only on the Apple platform. So if you type in Procreate Android here, you will see that there's nothing there that says Procreate, and immediately you can see here Procreate alternatives for Android. That tells you that this person who's writing this article fully understands there is no Procreate for Android, but suggesting some alternative drawing apps for the Android platform. Again, 10 best Procreate alternatives for Android. So let's go ahead and just type in Procreate as I have done here. And the first result is the actual company itself. So we have procreateart.art. They are the creators of Procreate. So you can see procreate.art. Yeah, this is they're telling you about their Procreate app, and it's primarily supports Procreate for iPad. So if you don't find anything here that tells you that they have an app available for the Google platform to support the Android devices, then naturally anyone who attempts to push Procreate on the Android platform is false, it's fake. So just keep that in mind. And I'm going to talk about why would you want to choose Procreate and what is the big fuss about Procreate in a while. But first, let me go ahead and go to the Android platform, Google Play Store, okay, and show you the state of play since I last talked to you about that last post, which got a lot of interest on Procreate for Android. And let me type in Procreate just out of interest on this platform, Android platform. Okay, so I'm on a, oops, sorry, made a mistake. So I'm on actually on the Samsung S6 Lite Android tablet, and naturally the only apps I can download, excuse me, are from Google Play Store. So we have Procreate, and as I go down the screen, I'm not able to see anything on some of the Procreate names on this. Have you noticed there's no Procreate names on that? So in my opinion, Google has done a good cleanup of removing those developers that are taking the Procreate name and disguising themselves as apps on this platform, which is a good thing, and that's what Google does all the time. They are very wary of apps that don't meet their policy guidelines, and they'll do anything, and they will certainly do things to remove it. And you've seen other social media platforms, the actions they take, and the recent election with the US election, how they removed President Trump, the ex-President Trump. So you can see the kind of actions similarly they do here behind the scenes. This is to make sure that you have the best experience, and what is being shown is true to what the developers are actually putting on the store. And that's intentionally done to make the experience much more honest and transparent for all of us users. In the same way, eBay enforces policy rules to make sure the description of the item you are selling is absolutely accurate, and you do not leave anything out. Even if you leave a little bit of an item out of the description, which is essential to the end user, who's going to feel disappointed if he receives the product, eBay is going to look at that in a quite raise their eyebrows, and they're going to, because they want to keep their users happy, and they want to make sure that the platform is transparent. So as you can see, there's nothing here that I can find that uses the name Procreate. So you can forget about trying to look for Procreate for Android. It just does not make sense. Now let's go back to what I was talking about drawing in general, the digital drawing in general. If you are looking for Procreate for Android, yes, so number one, you can forget about it. Number two, if you have an Apple or an iPhone, you could download the Procreate. It's a small cost, like $7, $8, and you could download that to your iPad or iPhone, but not the Android devices, phones or tablets. So again, if you're really keen on using the Procreate, but since you are obviously here and watching my post, you are naturally an Android user, most likely an Android user. So I'm of the opinion, why would you want to somehow switch to iPad just so you can get Procreate? And why would you want Procreate in the first place? Now, that's probably because Procreate has become one of the top digital drawing apps because of their tremendous effort in the last 8 years since they launched their Procreate, and they've been improving it on both fronts, the usability and of course the development for users, for people who are using the app. Now, if I'm going to give you some tips, if you are a beginner on digital drawing, forget Procreate, because these are designed for people who are illustrators, artists, and who've already very familiar with the tool. Now you need to ask yourself, why do you want to do digital drawing? What is your purpose of digital drawing? Remember, number one tip I can give to everyone is the app is not going to make you a better artist. Trust me, it's just simply not. Your artistic ability will depend on, if you go back to your school youthful days, what is it that made you a good artist or made you a poor artist compared to others? After all, they had similar mediums, pencil and paper, just like you. They had paints, watercolors, oils, just like you. So at the end of the day, it's the results that matter. What separated the other artists, like a natural artist to pencil and paper, they can do something wonderful compared to their nearest uh, class friend, isn't it? So that's what I'm telling you, is that it's not up to an app or the medium to make you a better artist. It's entirely up to your artistic ability. So that's number one tip that I can give you. So if you're starting to draw, don't think Procreate somehow is going to make you a, world-class artist. It's just simply not. There are also hundreds of other apps that you may be overlooking that could potentially help you to this journey of becoming a good artist. Basically, you have to ask yourself what is your goal. You can't just simply overnight become a good carpenter or a good car mechanic or a good just overnight or reading a manual or something like that. It's just not possible. You have to have the experience to go with it, and this applies to drawing in the digital medium. Now, when I was young, I actually was good at drawing on pencil and paper. So you could say I had a natural knack for it. But then it remained dormant for decades until I picked it up again. And oddly enough, I picked it up with Paint by Numbers canvas. You probably heard of it. That Paint by Numbers embarked me on a journey towards rekindling my interest in painting and drawing. And then for traditional drawing, I used acrylics to draw a lot of paintings, and it was very much admired by people, and I continued that, and then it stopped. Like any other hobbies, it comes and goes. And then I found the digital medium 2, 3 years ago, and I've been drawing ever since. So I use an app called Paintology that is that I've drawn, and it's really helped me to improve. So again, I wasn't relying on the Paintology app to somehow magically improve my drawing techniques. It just doesn't happen. You need to learn the nuances of drawing, just like when go back to when you were young. Why were the other artists, your other colleagues, why were they good at pencil and drawing? Have you noticed? It's because they had better techniques. They did shading. They understood how applying light pressure or darker pressure could make the drawing much more high contrast and more viewable than your drawing, which could remain flat. You see, they have the techniques of doing strokes and pressing the nib using HB or three Bs or 8B or even charcoal, which I enjoy as well. So let me show you one app that you could, if you were a beginner, you could look into, which is Paintology Paint by Numbers. So this is one of the three apps by the publisher Paintology. But before I go there, I'm going to go and give you another really good tip. So you've probably used apps that you like by these developers, but you'd like to see their other apps. So you could actually see that by, for example, You could see it by like this. I'll show you. Let's go to Paintology here for now. Okay, so we have Paintology here as an example. And then click on this here, Paintology, and you will see that they have 3 other apps here that under their umbrella. So you could do the same thing. Instead of going to the actual company, you know, the finding the app, you could simply go here. It's a tip I'm going to show you. You could just go and type in pub, P-U-B, and then control. Make sure it's colon, not semicolon, colon. So I'm typing it, so I'm using colon here. And then here is what's interesting. If the developer is paint in you know, if you type this is lower caps and upper caps does make a difference. So you need to make sure that the company name is in the proper format. So let me type in capital P A I N T O L O G Y. Okay, so again, that gives me all the apps by that company, and you could do the same for many other companies that you like. It's something that I just discovered a few days ago. So the app I'm going to show you, this is their main app. This is the main app, and this is their Paint by Numbers app. So let me, I've already got this installed, and I'm going to show you quickly on this. So here I've got the Paint by Numbers. They've got a number of tutorials that are actually very useful for beginning artists and to get into drawing. And here you can see what I have here is already a template that's already been loaded, and they've got like maybe 40 tutorials like this, 40 of these drawings that you can try out. And so I'm going to show you quickly how, for example, let's go to 5. So 5 is the color yellow. So I'm going to go into color picker here on the left, and then I'm going to select this color here, and then this color automatically becomes yellow. And now I'm going to uncheck out of this, and then now I'm going to draw on the yellow here, as you can see 5 here, and you can zoom in to do the smaller details here as you like. Okay, so, and you can expand the brush as well. So this is really very important skills for you to develop in order to do good drawings. So you see, this is just a simple example I'm giving you of how to improve your drawing. If you're going to start drawing like these people who have produced some masterful drawings, then you need to start off, you know, pretty humble and start off small. So I'm just showing you some of these examples. So let's zoom out of it, and then we have 1. Let's try 1 again. Okay, so we have the color 1. So we pick the color picker here, and then again go in 1, and then uncheck out of it, and let's zoom in, and now hopefully our brush will be set to, oops, that didn't quite work, that was the wrong color. So let's go and pick that and zoom out. So just to show you how easy it is, let's pick that. So you can see that's blue. So we've got that right. Now we can zoom in and just fill in the 1. So you have no idea how important this is. And I'm talking about someone who has good digital experience with a lot of apps, including the Paintology. But I find this app in particular, Paintology, is a really excellent way of improving your drawing skill. It's been designed in that manner. So that's what I wanted to tell you, is that if you really want to get into digital drawing, depending where you are on each of the levels, just understand that the tools are just tools. They're not going to make you the best carpenter, the best artist, the best metal worker, the best engineer, the best architect. that comes with your drive and your passion to work with the tools necessary to make your drawing skills much better. Your emphasis should be on your abilities, your inherent abilities, where they are. Be frank with yourself and ask yourself where you are with your artistic ability, and how am I going to get better and better. And these are many steps you need to take. So let me show you my channel itself, which is going to help you quite a lot, I believe. And so let me go, sorry, to, because I've been putting up this channel for a while now. So let's go here, produce. This is my channel. So you can see here that if you come to my channel and go to the home page, this channel been around like few years, good few years. Here you can see I've done a few paint by numbers drawings that you can see. And let's go down here. Let's keep going down. And you can see I've also looked at a few drawing apps, tablet reviews, and I've done even photorealistic drawings, as you can see here. And I've done even drawings on large digital screens, which happens to be a simple screen, and they're 65-inch screen. And then I've done drawings, digital drawings that takes 30 minutes or less, and then Paintology drawings, of course. And if you keep going down, there's lots of digital examples of drawings that you can do simple. And also there are also a lot of videos on also traditional drawing that you can find here. So there is this one actual video of the house that I just showed you earlier. And also you could step into the great past masters and do one of their Starry Night drawings that I've demonstrated here. And here's another drawing that I've shown you, an easy way to draw water drops. So plenty for you to choose, and plenty for you to look at and understand and appreciate what's involved. So what is digital drawing all about, and how does one, and a person who's had some experience, go about doing it? And don't be overwhelmed with some of the advanced tutorials. If you're a beginner, it's probably not a good idea to look at them in the first place. Start off with something small. So hopefully I've given you a good idea on trying to steer you out of thinking just an app is going to make you that perfect artist. It is not. And that's why I want to make you understand that Procreate is a good app by itself on the Apple platform, but not available on the Android platform. And there are plenty of apps, drawing apps, to choose from the Google platform, but make sure that it is to your level. Don't go for something an app that has realistic drawings. It's maybe wow in its ability, and you might want to look at it just for pure pleasure of looking at another expert at work. But if you want to get into digital drawing, then you need to start off small, and that's all I can say. And you'd be surprised, with patience and some interest and passion, you can get to a whole new level of drawing. I just only mastered realistic drawings on the app, Paintology app, only like 3-4 months ago. Prior to that, I wasn't really so much interested in realistic drawing. Then I thought, okay, I've developed enough skills, let me take it one level above. And I was quite surprised by the results of my my drawings. And so, but again, if you aim for that as the starting point, it's not going to work for you if you're a beginner. But if you're intermediate, advanced, you could possibly work towards those realistic drawings demos that I show you on this channel. But be transparent, be frank with yourself, and start off small. If you're really interested in art, and art is such a great hobby that I'm so happy to have discovered after so many years of absence, because it's incredible. It gives you it creates a sense of well-being, and especially when we're in this pandemic, it can bring some relief into, our mindset, and give us some little peace of mind, and give us a new way of doing things, and hopefully develop new skills. So I hope you've really enjoyed this video, watching this video, and please support my channel by giving me a thumbs up, and also subscribe. And of course, don't forget to uh, click on the notifications bar when I upload new tutorials, new videos, which I do almost on a daily basis. So thanks again, and hopefully I'll see you again very soon. Thank you. Bye bye.